What's good, everyone? Welcome. I don't even know who's here. Oh, Lady Leaf is here. What's good, everyone? Welcome. Thank you for coming through. We are about to talk Expanse Season 4 and all of the... I think T-Baby said she was really triggered by this particular season because people wouldn't stop touching shit.
It was driving me crazy. Holden, his whole thing, 3 seasons, stop touching shit. Season 4, let me touch this. Let me touch. I was like, oh my God, like you touching shit, you connecting dots. It's like everyone, when they was like seeing that green stuff and they was rubbing their eyes and I was like, I'm out of here. Like, nope. Like, fuck this season.
So I just want to say hey to hey Santavia, thank you for coming through. Thank you to Lady Leaf Underhill for coming through. I'm sure other people will start strolling in or after time. AK will be here and will be with us in just a few minutes. Do you have any? Let me just make a few announcements before we get started. Black Lives Matter. And I for those that'll probably watch after this is already up because I don't plan that we're gonna be here very long. I've decided not to do the Harry Potter series next month. And the reason why I'm doing that is after having a conversation with the ladies, and because of everything that is currently going on with Miss J.K. Rowling, I didn't want to do that in case there's anybody else who's out there who probably is not in the mood to really support her or her work at the time. So we're gonna skip that. And what I thought that we could do is do a little bit of the books, right? We could do the start the novellas, I should say, of the Expanse. So we can there are 3 novellas. I have 3 novellas. And the 3 novellas that I have are Origins, Amos Burton, Origins, Alex Kamal. Oh, I have 4. Origins, James Holden, and Origins, Naomi Nagata. So basically everybody on the Rocinante crew. So what I'll do is I'll put up for a vote which one you guys want to do, and then I'll give y'all the week to like get the books. They're like, I think they're $1.99 on iBooks. You could pick one up, read it. They're not very long. And then we could do a discussion the following Saturday. And I think the first Saturday is like the 5th or the 6th of July. So I'll I'll give y'all an opportunity to vote which one y'all want to do. And then everybody can just pick it up on iBooks if you have access to iBooks. And then you can have the week to kind of read it, and then we could do a discussion, and then we'll just do each one of their novellas. There's 4, and there's about 5 weeks, but so we'll spend the whole month going through each one of them and having a discussion. I think that might be the route to go. So we'll talk more about that afterwards. So T-Baby, say hi to the peoples and let me know what your thoughts were for season 4.
Hey everybody, woo child, let me just say I really did like this season. I was very triggered this season. Everyone was touching shit. It was just, first of all, I think throughout this whole season, I was talking to you earlier, but I was like, I'm not going in this space if I don't trust you. Like, you really can't survive out there if you don't trust people. Everyone still does whatever the fuck they want to do. I I'm over James Holden. Like, it was a fun ride, but once you start touching shit and like almost like humanity dying and shit, it's kind of like, you get over it. And then Naomi started dying, so I was like, oh, you gotta throw him on the deadly dick list, because, you know, every time he touched somebody, the girl blow up. Oh, I ain't shit for that one, but it's fucking funny. I was like, you know what? Let's leave baby boy alone. Your girl Christian went out bad. Oh, I felt bad because I was like, you was this strong chick, and then you just see this, I guess, see the power or something, and you just gotta hold it, and now you losing your husband over it, and she went out bad, y'all. And Bobby, I really felt, because, you know, she was all about her country, her planet, whatever you want to call it. And for them to just toss her aside, especially what she did, and she was basically helping them out because Mars ain't shit. That's another fucking story. Who else? Naomi at the beginning was pissing me off because she was putting people in danger. And it's like, I get it, you don't want people to worry, but at the same time, you're basically falling. And then when, I don't know his name, I just call him Carl Tanner because he was from Game of Thrones. So Carl Tanner, he going crazy. Amos was funny. He's like, look, I like you, baby girl, but I'll shoot. He legit shot her, so it doesn't even matter. What else did I? Oh, okay. So my favorite part of this season, and it's such a stupid scene. I told you this earlier, but I'm still laughing at it when they were in that cave block thing or whatever, and everyone's blind, and Holden looking at Amos talking about, look at me. I was like, but he's blind. Like, you legit had to help him to his seat. Why you gonna talk about my eye contact? I was like, get the fuck out of here. He was legit serious about that shit too. For a good 20 minutes, talk to Beauty Queen about it, then laughed again, because I was like, why would you tell a blind person, look at me? He was so serious too. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It was just crazy how they was fighting over new land, and I love that part, because I'm like, y'all still have to worry about the threat of not even knowing what the fuck it is, and y'all are already just talking about pieces of land and all of this. It's like no one was using their head, but then once again, it goes to, if you don't trust people, don't go to space. Just don't fucking. Oh, and then Naomi, baby daddy. I think I'm in love. Maybe that's why I'm not into Holden anymore, because I told Beauty Queen too. I voted to keep that dude in. I was like, well, I don't really need to kill him. He be, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't we work it out? But anyway, let me shut up because AK on here.
Hey, AK. If you can, just say hi to the people and just let us know what your thoughts were for season 4.
What up, though? You never have to be quiet just because of me. Please never ever use that as an excuse to not talk ever again in your life.
No, I want you to say something, because you know.
What up, chat room? I can wait. Your words are often more important than mine, so I'm good. What up, chat room? What up, ladies? I am for the little bit that I did hear coming in, I am going to agree with T Baby's message there. RIP to not touching shit. Why did everyone forget to not touch shit this season? It caused all of the problems. Every last damn problem started because somebody was touching some shit that they shouldn't have touched, and it spread everywhere. Ridiculousness. We had fucking. It started with Gunny's dumbass nephew. He was getting into nonsense, touching all of the drugs that he should not have been touching, and got her all hemmed up. I mean, granted, she wasn't in the place where she wanted to be, but she was doing okay. But then here come his little dumbass getting her wrapped up in shit. Stop touching shit, people. Stop it. But I agree with T. I felt really bad for Gunny, because like at this point, Gunny is pretty much my favorite character. He went through.
You're muted.
how the hell did I just get muted again? See, YouTube don't want me to be great because I keep telling people stop touching shit. They're like, no, we need the people to touch things, otherwise we don't exist. They trying to shut me down, bastard. But anyway, like I was saying, I felt bad for Gunny because, and this is why when we were talking about what faction we would be with last time, I said I would be with the Belters because Mars is way too militaristic. You deviate for like one little second from whatever plan they want you on, and they feel the need to just throw you away. And even after that, Gunny was still down for the cause, still at home trying to do what was what, trying to keep it honest. I did take a bit of issue, though, when it came to her, quote unquote, trying to keep it honest, because I'm sorry, Gunny, these motherfuckers ain't gonna let you get back to the position that you were in. There is money to be made, son. Money, serious money to be made. Ain't nobody dying. Ain't no serious hard repercussions from it. You're getting ready to put shit in storage. You could be making money from shit that's going to sit in storage to collect dust. Nobody's dying. Ain't nothing bad happening to nobody if you just so happen to leave a door open and walk away. You even tried to be honest, and your boss was like, I mean, well, it ain't no thing, nobody get hurt, and no foul, no nothing. Let's talk. And Gunny quit. What the fuck are you doing? No, don't be a Ned. Learn to bend when you need to bend. Okay? I'm all for the straight and narrow and following the rules. Yes, I get it. However, when you are in certain situations and you gotta bend them rules, sometimes you even gotta break. Go and do that and take the advantage. Nothing would have really went that bad if you just went ahead and did that. And what happened? You ended up working for that motherfucker anyway, under much worse circumstances, because you had the leverage when you actually had the job. But then you quit, and he had to put you back in. So now you owe him. That's just all I can say. Gunny, I need you to get it together. Although, slight spoiler, I always go and research about characters when there's books and stuff, and I'm in the off season. I'm worried about Gunny's character next season, is all I'm going to say. I'm going to be mad, but at least I'm prepared for it. Anyway, on to the next one. Holden, and Holden was just being Holden. It ain't even nothing I could really say that's different about him. He was just being him. Naomi, I miss her badass haircut. I do understand the issues that she was going with, though. She trying to be down. Well, it wasn't even she was trying to be down for the team. She was trying to be down for her man, because damn well she should not have been going on the surface for as long or as much as she should have, literally putting herself at risk. I get it, Naomi, I do, but I think Holden would prefer you to stay alive, so maybe assess that a little bit better. And also, I'm very, very interested to see what's going to happen with her baby daddy and the kid. I kind of know where it's going because, like I said, I've researched all the book background stuff, but I'm interested to see how that's going to play out on screen. Hopefully, once it actually comes up, Holden isn't going to be Holden in that moment, because I think that boy is going to straight look at him like, yo, I'm not calling you dad, son. So let's just calm that down right now. Y'all know how Holden get. Y'all know, you know that moment is going to come. You know it's going to come. I'm just saying. Let's be prepared for all that. Let's see. Amos is still my dude.
He's like, you're not my
daddy. Exactly. Every situation, Amos is like the most nonchalant motherfucker ever. Like when there was beef, after him and old girl had hooked up, he was like, oh, damn, does this mean we ain't gonna be fucking no more? And apparently Amos got skills, because she straight turned around like, no, I wouldn't say that's the case.
She was like, you are so fucking weird. And you like that shit.
Exactly. Amos is that guy, man. Amos is that dude. If I had to be on the crew of the Rasanan, that would be my homie, man. That is who I would back every time, and I guarantee he would have my back every time. Let's see. Alex is still being Alex. He's, I don't know. I look at him, and you just don't expect the voice that comes out of that face to sound the way it does. So it kind of makes me chuckle every time. But it ain't nothing too much at all was to report on Alex. Alex does what Alex is supposed to do, stay on the ship and be the pilot, and he's pretty good at that. Only other really big thing outside of not touching shit, because then all types of nonsense gets in your damn eyes and you end up being blind for half a damn episode because you don't know what the fuck's going on because you didn't stop touching shit. But the main crux of that whole situation, though, is still fucking Carl Tanner. Damn it. I needed you to stay dead in the North, okay? The Night King should not have resurrected you and sent your dumb ass into space, because now we have you doing this fuck shit. And you were just fucking up everything, young man, and I need you to not, okay? This is the thing. History always fucking repeats itself. What happens? Some new land has been discovered, and everybody's trying to gun for it. The underdogs already came and got that shit. They were already making money. And then here come the big time, want to come in and take shit again. Like there isn't a whole other 1,300 other literal places that you motherfuckers could go and find some money. You got to come here because the poor folks got it and you can't deal with that. Ugh. So yeah, Carl Tanner, and I'm doubly pissed, bruh, because you from Flea Bottom, man. You shouldn't even be fucking with damn Earth or none of them assholes, but you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Those are my thoughts for, you know, the random situation that is what is on the show right now. Sorry I talked so long, my bad.
You got it, AK, you got it. I love both of you and T's entire perspective. I echo everything that y'all said with respect to each of those characters. I think I laughed more when I shouldn't have laughed in this season. Like, there were clearly certain scenes I shouldn't have been laughing at, but I found myself laughing. And I don't know why. And it could be because I'm just like real sick in the head. Like that whole scene when that guy had that green stuff and he was like, I was like, that's what you get for touching shit. But I shouldn't have been laughing. That wasn't funny.
That was. I disagree. It was funny as hell.
That shouldn't have been a funny scene to me. Like the same scene that T-Baby laughed at, I laughed at. I was like, what is he gonna see when you ask him to look at you? Like he's still staring out into space. Like he's like out of there. And then he got real deep. He was like, I need you. I can't do this without you. I was like, what is going on here? Are they like switching sides? And I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my God. That whole thing with Gunny. I was having a conversation with T-Baby earlier about that. Like her experience like speaks to a lot of people's experience, like when they get out of the military, like trying to, you know, be part of a society. When you spent most of your adult life being in an organization where everything is done by rules and protocol, and then you have to come out, it's kind of hard to get away from that. And the way that she was acting is expected, because your whole life was about following the rules and doing what's right and doing the just thing and doing the right thing. And even when she decided to break the rules, she still had a code, right? There's still a code but come to find out, they were selling those things that were in storage. They were actually selling to Naomi's baby daddy, and he's trying to destroy Earth. So technically, those things you're not going to be causing harm. They are going to be causing harm, which is why she reaches out to Christian in the end, and she tells her, "Girl, you got the worst fucking time."
I forgot to talk about freaking Christian. Yeah, Christian, man. She basically signed her own damn death warrant. I get it. You got to be tough and ruthless when you are in that position. But on the real, I don't know what happened to her advisors that she had beforehand. Oh, no, they quit because she started being on that fuck shit. But she should have found some better people to guide her, because she literally just gave the win to that girl. Matter of fact, that's who her old advisor was, the chick that was running against her. Now that I think about it, she should have done better. She should did better research. Because, you know, while she was talking about, oh, she cheated to get in here. Well, look at what happened when she used her connections accurately. That's what happens when you have an advantage. You don't just keep it selfish for yourself. If you can, you make sure you bring others with you, because that's only going to help you in the long run. And case in point, this chick that beat Christian out of the damn boat. She brought her second and third and fourth. Well, she would have brought her fourth alternate up if he wouldn't have been a druggie and overdose. But she was still looking out for everybody under her as best she could. And Christian just never grew up with that type of mentality. That's why she started losing when all of this shit started happening, and she has to answer for that. She didn't know how to do that effectively. She could have spun the narrative. You know, a better skilled person that would know how to look at the, I don't want to say look at the lower class, but how to gain perspective on everyone. If that makes sense, they could have maybe traversed that a little bit better, but Christian didn't have those skills. She didn't have people around her that had those skills. The person that did have the skill is the one that she pissed off and is now running against her. And that's why that girl won. What's Santavia saying?
You know what? I thought that it was
they deserved it. I agree with that, Santavia. You know what? Put a pin in that, sis, and remind me later. Because yeah, I could totally do an Expanse session of they deserved it. Because it's a few of them. And honestly, Christian would probably be one of the first ones I did. She deserved it.
What I think is that that whole situation where she found out like that she skipped the line, the second she was like, oh, let's use, I was like, that's a setup. Because that girl was too smart to not realize that eventually someone was going to realize she skipped the line. So I was like, come on, Christian, you better than that. Like, come on, you gotta understand that eventually she would realize someone was going to pull her records up. Like she was going to have something to counteract if you exposed her. So when she exposed, I was like, you're setting in her trap. It was almost like she knew that she was going to try to use that against her. So, and I think it's because, like you said, she worked with her previously. Now I'm curious how they're going to move forward, because I don't think she has the heart to do the dirty work as far as when it comes to the fighting over that land, because all she cares about is like, oh, you know, let's advance the science, technology, and all this other stuff. But it's like people were dying left and right over that you don't have control over. And it goes also to Naomi's baby daddy, which I get it, girl. I get it. I think I fell in love with that man, y'all. I swear I did. I swear I voted for him to stay. I legit had my hand in the air. I was like,
baby has found her space torment.
I did. I legit did. I did. That's so sad. But yeah, I felt bad for, I didn't feel bad for her, but it was just like, you know how you just don't want someone to go out bad, and she was holding it down so strong, but it's like, she just saw it. I think it was a conversation with her husband where he was like, you know, you're not really doing this for the better good. You're really just doing it for your pride. And I was like, that's exactly what you're doing. And I think it was on her judgment that you see Agreed. That now you could be in the seat of power, but you could actually do things, like do more things. But the seat she was in, she was still doing good stuff as well. But, you know, sometimes when you see something where you could be in a position, you just want to go for it. I thought it was fucked up that she used her son's death in order to sway them. And then it's like, in the end, you went and did all that, even though your husband tried to warn you, you did all of that and still ended up losing. And then most likely you ended up losing your husband in the process, because she was like, let's go to Luna. And he was like, yeah, go by yourself. And she's like, come with me. He's like, I think you should go.
That.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I was like, all right, so what you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Like, I said we're going to Luna, not just me, but she just really went out bad. And I know that was Beauty Queen's one of her favorite characters. And I was just like, I was curious how you felt about her going out like that.
It was sad, but I understood it. like, from my perspective, the way that I viewed it is you have like you have a person who is not really into politics. Her thing is she's more pragmatic, right? She is kind of like the old guard, and they have a way of doing things. She is about and let me say this first. Her points and the way that she wanted to do things weren't wrong, because the honest truth is they really didn't have any idea about what was going outside of these inside of those different like openings that was put into the rings. They had no idea what was going out there. And yes, even though yes that they could have gone out there to explore, but I think she wanted to be a little bit smarter about it, because again, they had no idea what was going out there, and they had no idea what they were facing, which is why she originally had sent the Rocinante crew to go out there to follow that ship that had went through the ring, right? To kind of find out what was going on, to see if it was safe, and to get some intel, which is the smart thing to do, right? Because you don't want to have people just going places and you don't know what they're going to bring back. Because if Eros didn't teach anybody anything, is you can't just be going places and what happened when they went to that planet? There was a whole bunch of stuff going on that they had no idea what was happening. So, even though in the end it all ended up working out, but you don't know what's going on in those other like open spaces that people are trying to go into and explore. So she wasn't wrong. I think her problem was she wasn't really good at the politics. That was her failure. She really didn't think, she thought that she was okay just based on merits, but her younger counterpart was more progressive, right? I called her younger counterpart like the AOC of Earth, right? She was more progressive in her views. And I think because Christian was just got stuck on winning instead of really listening and really having a good debate on the point of view that the AOC had, I think that's what set them off, because now that she saw that she had to actually, like when she got into that position, she wasn't elected. She got that position by default because of the fact that they had to arrest old boy. She wasn't planning on running. It wasn't until the young lady was like, well, you know what? When she saw that Christian wasn't trying to let people go out and explore, she decided to say, you know what? Well, maybe she should, run for that position, because she says that, expansion should be available, that science, they have the technology to be able to go and go and inhabit those lands. And like I said, Christian made a good point, is like, you don't know what's out there to be just sending people out there. We need to get information first. So they both had really good points. I think Christian, when she realized that she had to actually compete in order to win that position, she switched modes. Like before, she wasn't even trying to do that. It was actually her husband who was that was like encouraging her. And then when she made a very good point to her husband. When she decided to play the game, she really decided to play the game. Unfortunately for her, there was some information that got to her a little too late in the game. That's one. Second, when she told her husband, listen, you're the one that was telling me that I needed to play the game, but you don't get to choose how I play it. You told me to play, but you can't be mad at me if I don't play it the way you want me to play it, because she's a person who's used to playing and winning. And so it didn't go the way that she wanted it. And unfortunately for her, by the time Bobby gets information to her, it's like too late. She already lost the election. So, yeah, but I know she's going to bounce back, because why? now the new prime minister is going to have to, or the new secretary, they're going to have to deal with Naomi's baby daddy, right? And he's coming to like bring the pain. And AOC don't look like she's into science and exploration. She's not into like, clack, clack, shoot them up. That's like Bobby and Christian's territory. So Christian's not out yet. I'm sure she's gonna be coming in. She's gonna be like, asking for some advice and for some help, because Christian has been through this before with the situation that happened with Ganymede and all that other stuff. So she has that experience that AOC doesn't. I don't know why I keep calling her AOC, because I just don't remember her name, and that's what she reminds me of. She reminds me of
the same damn reason T-Baby gives everybody nicknames. When I can't remember people's names, I do the same thing. Like, what's the damn little boy name that was the issue last season? Fucking Koala Bear. I don't remember what the kid's name is. I just know it starts with a K. That's all I'm saying. But I do agree with you about Christian. Yes, I don't think she's out for the count just yet, but the whole thing with her is she didn't know how to play the new game. She hasn't adjusted yet. I think she'll learn, and she's gonna be back, but she hasn't adjusted yet. It's like old girl was saying, like when Christian tried to call herself exposing her, she was like, yeah, she's telling me all this stuff about cheating, but she's never even had to interview for a job in her life. So how could you ever understand why someone would quote unquote cheat or use connections to get where they need to go? So it's fair. And Phil, again, nah, bruh. Okay. If you want to go ahead and look at things like that, that's fine, but you don't need to try to spread that on me and have that be all in my eyesight. If I choose not to look and want to see that happen, I can choose that. Okay. If you want T-Baby to try to cosplay for you, I feel like that's something you and her need to work out. Because I don't know, Tormund might come in between y'all. I don't know, or maybe like George, she just don't want to be touching your shit. I don't know. I can't speak for her. You got to ask her about that yourself. I am happy enough to just look at Space Brienne as Space Brienne and not see her clothes on anybody else. I'd rather see them either on her or on the floor, in my personal opinion.
Oh my! Now I'm a cosplay as Holden. I'm a cosplay as Holden, looking at Amos. Hey, look at me. He cut head and gave that eye contact. I hate it. It's so fucking stupid. It was so stupid. Oh man, y'all are hilarious. Yeah, I call her forehead, so I get it with the context clues. Look, I get it. I might just cosplay as Naomi because I'm telling you, her baby daddy looks good. And he ain't shit.
Like that. I'm trying to cosplay chicks that I find attractive. Damn it, no! Don't do this to my narrative.
Maybe if you were to write Dragon Bottom,
AK.
Maybe if you were to go ahead and write Dragon Bottom,
always the Dragon Bottom ain't got shit to do with this story. Shush.
Phil, you might have gave me the key to the city.
God damn it, Phil, this is your fault. I blame you. I blame you, Phil. This is your fault.
You know what? With this, you can divorce,
young man.
This is hilarious. Oh man. Oh, can we just talk about the scientists? Are we now having space zombies? Like, did they forget they dead? I was like, oh, come on, now we zombies. Like, it's bad enough we got these little alien molecule shit that changes organism into mechanics and all this other stuff. Now we die, we gotta become space zombies. Space zombies, y'all. Oh, baby girl's dead. And she was getting on my nerve. That damn scientist was getting on her. Oh, I wish I could talk to aliens too, like you do. I'm like, this man has been losing his mind talking Miller, where we find out it wasn't really Miller, it was someone else. Miller? Okay. When he started changing, he was like, get out of my head. I was like, whoa. I don't need to be in the room with Miller by myself, but she was getting on my fucking nerve because it's like, okay, you see that all of y'all could potentially die because y'all don't got a hold of this shit, but you want to hold on to it and study. It's like, bitch, you probably gonna die. No, bitch, you did die in the process. See, that's why I don't like people legit died in the process of trying to figure this shit out, and you about to do it again. And of course, you know, careful what you wish for, because that bitch went into that little portal shit, or at least her conscience did, I think. So I'm curious how that's going to play out at the end. And then it's like, on top of that, bitch, she was dead. So it's like, what the fuck? So I think that's going to, I think they're going to think it's over with and that they killed everything, but that could be their way back in. Discuss.
I think it's strange real quick, I think it's strange that no one is questioning that just out of the blue, this chick can all of a sudden see and hear Miller. I think that's a problem because while he isn't fully back for, you know, to regular life as we know it, that prototype is still in there messing with shit. And if it can be manipulated like that by people that it copies, that's cause for worry. I mean, it may not be a thing. I haven't read the books. I don't know where the story's going, but that just seems like a red flag to me.
I have to agree on, yeah, because we all know that, well, from what the show says, Miller's consciousness is still around, but it's being manipulated by these elder protomolecule people. Like, it's being manipulated, and he's fighting them to try to he essentially wants to die, right? But they're keeping him alive, even though he's not physically alive, but he's still conscious. He's just still consciously alive. And so he's trying to die because like he told Holden, he still hears all of the people that died on Eros still playing in his head. So it's probably like some really bad internal trauma and torture for him. And so he's just like trying to quiet the noise. Because he like told Holden, look, you only got to deal with me. I'm dealing with everybody that was on Eros. And so he is looking to die. And at the same time, he's trying to screw them over, basically. And Miller, it seems, is their only link or connection to the planet. It seems. So they need him, but he's trying to like screw them over and then try to die in the process, which I think he ends up succeeding when the scientist ends up pulling him through that thing. But she ends up going through the matrix herself. So I have a feeling that something might have came back with her, because she tells Holden that she understands what he was talking about when he said that he feels like something is going through him every time he goes in and out of the ring. So she's saying that she understands that. So I'm thinking that they both now have something. And I wouldn't be surprised if something reaches back to communicate with her. How that's going to appear, I don't know. For Holden, it was Miller. I don't know what that's going to be for her or what that's going to look like. So that'll be very interesting to see.
I was also getting Prometheus vibes this season. Were y'all getting that? Especially when they were talking about like the two civilizations, I guess, fight, wanting to know everything. Sometimes you gotta just mind your own business, you know? Like, I get it. You want to know what happened. But, you know, sometimes it's like, look, it's best to just mind your business. Like, they are gone for a reason. And maybe digging up what happened is only going to start it all over again. History repeating itself. So I guess her curiosity was pissing me off, because it's like, you already started to see what was happening down there. Nothing was stable. And again, I get it. Like, I felt bad for the Belters because they landed on that planet first, and they was trying to set Earth, who's like, nah, we getting a part of this too. And then of course, Mars is, they're like neglecting Mars for this new planet that they don't really know anything about, because I guess when we saw through Bobby's eyes is that people were saying, Mars is a lost cause, and this new planet, or the new Terra, I think they were calling it, that's the wave to go, and all this other stuff. And that, everyone was talking about, you need to get off Mars because it's basically a dying planet. It's nothing. They're not even in technology on Mars. They're like, F this place. We're going to go to this new spot that we don't know shit about. And then it's like the spot is not as good as you think it is. It's basically like a huge weapon because they had all that stuff underneath. And then you trigger one thing and they had tsunamis, earthquakes, windstorms and stuff like that. I think what was pissing me off the most is that they didn't learn. You had all of these tragic events dealing with this, and yet here y'all are trying to fight for land so you can just learn more about it when you don't even have control over how to even study it. Like, it was getting on my damn nerve. But I want to say, going back to Naomi's baby daddy, I loved at the end where they was like, you thought, and they was like, Earth weak as shit right now. So we're going to send right there. Because I think last season, like 2 million people died. So Earth is weak. They're going through new leadership to attack them. And Mars ain't shit, because Mars will hop in bed with anyone. They was in bed with Earth, dealing with them. Now they with the Belters. And once they're done with the Belters, it's all for them. But I do like the fact that the Belters are now stepping up. And you have people who are willing to do the dirty work. Because you had, like, you already know Mars will go fucking shiesty on your ass, like, without a second thought. I mean, they was messing with the babies last season. And Earth, they will go behind your back. So I like the fact that the Belters also have that personality where they were like, we will play y'all games too. And y'all think we don't have it under control, but while y'all are over there fighting each other, we're going to come in between and fuck y'all up. I love that part. So I like the fact that he's like the new big threat. And I'm curious how the Belters are going to deal with it, because I think it's going to be a power struggle between The Wire. I forget. Anderson is his name.
Fred Johnson.
I want to say, I don't know.
Johnson,
yeah. I don't know why I call that man.
It's Fred Johnson and
the other dude.
Dawes.
Right. So I feel like it's going to be a power struggle between those three people. And I'm interested to see that, especially because now you see that Naomi's baby daddy is like really charismatic and he's bringing people onto his side. So I'm curious how they want to, just like how Earth is dealing with new leadership, I think you have the Belters who are dealing with new leadership as well. And I'm not gonna lie, the Belters was getting it, because I get it. Y'all pissed, y'all now in a position, but it was like they were just high off of emotions and they weren't thinking shit through. So whenever something happened, they were just like, bang, 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 we're just gonna shoot you. Or they didn't see like, okay, let's get organized first before we start making moves. They was like, nah, let's just go trigger blaze. I'm like, you're not gonna survive that way. And it's like, I get it. Everything they do, I understand completely why they're doing it. But it's just like, man, think it fucking through first before you actually try to pull it off, because y'all just being trigger happy, you just hurting yourself. Especially like, they was trying to hurry up and kill some of the Earthers before they landed. And then as soon as they landed, you got Carl fucking Tanner like, all right, y'all terrorists, I'm gonna fuck y'all. Instead of focusing on which you should have been focusing on, which is learning this new information and trying to figure out what's going on. Now you're worried about war and fighting between each other. They wasn't even really focused on studying what was going on, because you got to watch your back because everybody want to kill each other, which means it would be pointless, right? But then again, Carl Turner, I like the fact that he like, look, I'm about my money. And if I get 1% of a new planet, like I get it. Like AK said, there is money to be made, especially with this new terror. I think that they said. So I think my favorite part of the season are the bad guys, or the supposedly bad guys. Because everybody else was getting on my fucking nerve, just touching it. My thing is, I get it. Everyone knew, what was it? It was one of the scientists. She saw the signs that some lady had like green shit in her eyes. That's not fucking normal. I don't even care if you're in fucking space. When you see green shit, you should try to isolate that bitch and then try to understand. You want to hear voices like Holden, want to be special. Everyone got on my fucking nerves. Like, everyone could die for all I care, except for Naomi's baby daddy, because I'm on board with whatever I'm like, yeah, blow up Earth. Why not?
Now, the only thing with that is isolation would not have helped, because it wasn't something that was, it wasn't like a disease. It was just a germ that was there, and it was in everything. So it got to everybody very quickly. What was I about to say? Damn it. You had brought up something that I wanted to touch on.
Still would have said isolate.
Oh, the Belters. The only thing that really pissed me off about the Belters this season is them assholes didn't know how to stay organized. As of right now, there's like 3 or 4 different factions of the Belters, of people that are in charge. The only one that's specifically recognized still right now is Doss and what's his name? Anderson. And what the hell was up with that dude's hair? I know this has nothing to do with nothing, but I'm really mad at the random ass afro with points that they had on my dude. I need y'all to look better out here, Belters. Please, okay? Do better. Do better with your upkeep. I need you to not look like that, especially if you're in leadership, okay? We can't be going out like this. You can't be the face of the Belters if you can't even keep your afro straight, man. Come on. What's the problem with that? Anyways, though, I need the Belters just to be organized, period. Like on the, I forget what they called it, the new place where they're at. The Earth calls it Terra, but the Belters call it something else. I don't remember what that name is. But they, again, don't know how to think. Like the ladies was just saying, all they do is they run in gung-ho on shit without properly assessing something. You caused the whole conflict that happened on that new land to begin with. And it didn't have to be like that. You know, kudos to old girl, the doctor chick that actually tried to stop them and get it under control. And they didn't want to listen. So then, yeah, people come off the ship and they get there and they want to kill you because like 20 of their friends are gone because of some fuck shit that you just did. That you didn't, and you were doing that unprovoked. That's not, you know, that's not a good look. You really should not be starting off the relations like that. I get there's animosity, but this is a new time that you're in now. You got to think better, plan better. And funny thing, the damn actor that they picked to be the ringleader of that group, the tall, skinny dude with the almost red hair, he was on another show that was on a while back, and I couldn't stand his ass on that either. That's if you have seen not the fourth, but the third Underworld, when Celine and Michael's daughter was introduced, the huge big werewolf that was on the other side, dude that was talking about I heal instantly, and Celine ended up having to kill him by putting a grenade in his stomach and making it explode. That's who that guy was. That same actor is who was playing this role here. So when Carl Tanner shot him in the face, I kind of wasn't mad about that. Again, like Santavia said, I could do a whole They Deserved It episode just about everybody on the Expanse right now, and that dude deserved it. I'm sorry, because you went in there gung-ho on some fuck shit. You and your people did not have to make that first move that you did. Carl Tanner, like T said, is about his money. It might have been some negotiations that you might have been able to do with that man if you had thought to talk to him the right way. I'm just saying, with that metal that they're mining, that they have there now, that shit seems to be extremely valuable to everyone. So I get why the Belters want to keep that land, but maybe you got to negotiate and give a little instead of just pushing all the time. Sometimes you got to know how to play. You got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to come to the table with a deal. Is all I'm saying.
To be fair, though, the reason why they're probably like that, I'm not saying it's right.
Because they've been fucked over. I get it. I get it. I do get it.
From a perspective, they've been on the shit end for so long.
Forever. Yeah.
This is just, they just wanted something of their own that they didn't have to share. And I can get why they were being very, because the honest truth is they got there first. Okay, and
Yeah,
everything was
I
going
get it.
good until the Earth decided, oh, we want to do it too. You had all those other rings to go through. You had to go through the same one they went through.
Yeah. It's only because they knew what was found there, and no one has been through those other rings yet. And you know, I understand that, but like you said, no, you're absolutely right in everything you said. They have been dealing with shit from the very beginning for hundreds of years now. You know, centuries that this situation with Mars, Earth, and the Belt has been going on now. So I totally understand. But I understand the other side too. I mean, well, not that I'm trying to side with like or justify anything that Earth is doing now, because they're totally in the wrong. But with a person like Carl Tanner in there, and we know that's not his name, y'all. We just keep calling him that because it's easier to remember him from Game of Thrones.
It's Murtry, or you could call him Murder.
Is that what it is, Murtry? Okay, yeah. See, that just sounds like a stupid name. I'm still calling him Carl Tanner. It just seems like he's a dude that you could sway one way or the other, depending on who has the most money. And while, yeah, 1% of the profits that could come from there from Earth would be okay, if you think about how ingenious the Belters are with the way they do shit sometimes, I think maybe you might want to go ahead and make another deal and get in where you really gonna get in. Because if you don't know, Earth is gonna fuck you over the first chance it gets. Honestly, your best bet is to get in bed with the Belters. Just saying.
Well, it doesn't look like he's gonna get anything now.
Yeah.
Especially not the way things ended with him and Amos.
Isn't he like almost dead?
You saw the way when he hit Amos and Amos came back and was like, "Thank you."
He's like, "Yes, thank you." Look, I'm telling you this now. You do not fight people who smile when they
at you, right? Don't do it.
Fight.
Don't do it.
My uncle is like that. My uncle is the type where you fight him, he smile and he get off on it. I'm telling you, you cannot win when it comes to people who smile when they fight. Just say, you know what, you got it. Call me Scary Terry out in these streets. I'm not dealing with that. Because they're like, you know what, I just needed a reason to fight. And I think Amos said it early in the season. She's like, I know a killer. You just needed a legit reason to do it. And unfortunately, he was technically provoked because he was just on his way down yet, and y'all shot at them and gave that man a reason to come after y'all. But I get it. Belters, you've been on this shit in a stick. They've been attacking y'all, basically using y'all as guinea pigs. Then you finally get on this planet, and all you really want to do is one of the people just wanted to slow them down so they have time to get their shit together. And I'm like, I understand that. It seemed like a lot of this stuff could have been avoided, but then it possibly couldn't because you got so much hate towards each other just based off of history alone in this series. So, like I said, that's why I wouldn't belong to anybody. I'd be a fucking rock hopper because I wouldn't be able to deal with Earth. They get on my nerve. Martians, you can't trust them. And then the Belters, they too amped up that they just bang, bang. And I'm like, look, I need people to sit down, calm, think about some shit. Like I don't see how the Belters could really survive because they're too needy. But then again, like they don't have formal education like most of these people out here do. Shit, get it. But I would be a fucking rock hopper because, first of all, I'm not going into space if I don't trust you. I just feel like that's the main thing we need to learn about this shit. If you go to space, make sure you trust your crew because Naomi ass was basically fucking dying and it's like, nah, I could do it. They like, bitch, your heart about to fucking give up. Nah, I'm a G. Like, no, that's not how it fucking works. You can't just suck it up and say, yeah, I'm gonna get through it. Not when your heart say, no, ma'am, it doesn't work like that. And she was getting my fucking nerve because mates at risk and then saying, don't tell Holden, because, and it's like, bitch, you had the enemy see you collapse and easily could have used you as fucking collateral, and Holden wouldn't have fucking known, or any of them, or Amos, because you didn't say nothing. It's like you're putting your whole fucking team at risk. So I hate when they just be quiet and they don't say anything. Maybe it's because common sense. I know it ain't that fucking common, but look, now I'm talking to AK and Beauty Queen. Look, if we go to space, Look, tell me, okay? If it's some green shit in your eye, just eat. I am lying, cause like I'm like.
Listen, you don't gotta worry about me going anywhere. If y'all say, you know what, we're gonna go down there and see what's going on down there, I will be up here and I'll be like, yeah, y'all go ahead and let me know how that works out. And before y'all step in, I'm gonna make sure y'all in that little airlock and be like, I'm gonna need y'all to strip down and we're gonna have to do a check see.
Oh, that's word. That's word. You know what? See, when it comes to the belters,
let's just check it, because
like T was saying, when it comes to the belters, you can't be as gung-ho as they be sometimes. You know what happened to the last motherfucker that was all gung-ho and yeah, Anderson Dawes is about to be the hammer for the belt. That motherfucker got a damn elevator dropped on his head. Okay? The minute they started giving that kid some clout and he started feeling himself, that's when he started getting on my nerves, and I was not mad when that elevator dropped. Because one, you stole my girl's armor. Fuck you. Do not touch a warrior's armor, okay? You fucking deserved it, young man. And then, and I agree with you. That's what I was saying about Naomi earlier. You cannot just be going there running around when you know damn well your bones can't handle that shit. Your literal bones, bitch. Every part of your inner cells is going to be fucked up because your body is not used to being on proper gravity like that. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Stop it. And again, yeah, when it comes to
back into the damn spaceship, like, bitch, and that's how it's like, man, if you don't get your ass back in space, I ain't got time for this shit. I'm fighting fucking aliens, and your ass want to clap and shit. If you don't get your goofy ass back in space,
spend half your day on the planet, and then spend the rest of your time on the ship so you can fucking recoup. Naomi, I get it. We know you're smart, bitch. We know you're tough. But when you literally cannot handle the damn atmosphere, you're not doing anyone any freaking favors. And again, also to back up what T says, don't fight motherfuckers that smile at you while they fight. Case in point, season 3, motherfucking Steve and what was the damn pretty boy's name? The fucking Red Ranger, Billy. His ass. Every damn time that Steve called himself trying to fight this dude and he hit him, he would come back laughing, talking about, oh, you do actually got some fire. I was wondering, everybody keep talking about King Steve. I've been wondering where the fuck you was at. And what happened? He beat the holy hell out of fucking Steve during that fight. You do not fight. You do not fight motherfuckers that will smile at you after you hit them. That's a wrap. Okay? I ain't no punk. I'm not a fighter, but if I got to jump into some shit, yeah, I'm going to do it. However, if I swing and then a bitch turn around, come back smiling, I'm like, okay, you know what? My bad. I'm going to keep it real. Let's just be real about this. My fault. Look, I was angry. I got that hit out. You know, you want to hit, go and take that free hit, and then we just done. I'm going to go inside. There's just some shit you got to know when you're going to win and when you're not going to win. And I'm sorry, staying in a situation like that just ain't smart. It ain't smart. Amos clocked motherfucking Carl Tanner from the second he stepped off that damn ship. He told him exactly what the fuck he was. And it was proven throughout the whole damn season. And now you are really on Amos's radar, bruh. And I don't know if you're going to make it out of this situation to get your little 1% of anything once Amos is done with you.
He was like, you made me shoot old girl, man. You made me shoot old girl.
Yeah, like that was Amos getting none. That was Amos's one little hot piece. And at 4 years we've been on this show, and Amos has only been with like one chick that we've seen that he had a little bit of oomph for, and she was good for him. She was totally the type of chick that should have been with him. And you made that man shoot her in the fucking face. Literally, shoot her in the face. I have a problem with that.
Well, so now he didn't make her do anything.
And I can't wait to see what Amos does to you. I really can't. Is that sadistic? That might be a little bit sadistic. I'm not sorry.
It's cool with me. I wouldn't be either. Shit, fuck that. But like, I like the fact that Carl Tanner and Amos, they both called each other out. They was like, I know a killer when I see it. They both knew that. I think the second or third episode, whenever they got down on the new terror, or whatever you want to call it, he said, Candance said to Amos, he's like, I feel like we're at it anyway. Like, he saw it. They both called it out, and they was like, you know what? We're going to end up going at it, and one of us isn't going to make it. They both knew it. So I like that part. And you highlighted what Phil said. I agree. I like the gray areas. That's why I said, if you don't trust people, don't fucking go to space with them, because everyone has their own fucking agenda. Everyone just does whatever the fuck they want. And then it's always, you got to clean up what someone did because they just went off and did whatever the fuck they want to, instead of actually talking about it and thinking it. I think was the biggest issue, is that everyone just still for self. And then you have this big new planet. So it's war, because everyone's like, look, I need to get my piece on this so that we can have some type of land in this new era. Because if you look at it, Earth's perspective, it's overpopulated, it's polluted. So they need to start getting other people out of it. Then you have Mars, who's basically used to be Earth, went to a new land, but they don't have all the sources that they need. So they need to go to a different planet. And you have the Belters who ain't want their own, so that they're not just a tool for Mars and Earth. So everyone has a legit reason to be there, but they all get on my fucking nerves because everyone's fucking stupid, where they just touch shit that they don't know. It's like they don't fucking learn a lesson. Like, you saw what happened with the molecules, but let me still touch shit. Like, let me connect the fucking dots. And then, now we got these nasty ass, what the fuck was those slug shit that was like going in and just, it's just, this shit was fucking triggering. I was like, so we just go keep touching shit. We just like, F it. Like, what would make you say, let me just connect it, even though Miller told me to? Even though we find out that's not Miller, I still would have second guessed all of that shit. But then again, I wouldn't have gone into space if I don't fucking trust you. Like, we would have some fucking rules, okay? Like, we couldn't hold grudges if, like, one of us got contaminated. You just got to go into that little compartment and shoot your little ass out in space. You're not coming back to Earth. You're not coming back to Mars. Not coming back to the Belters. Once you affect it, it's like, all right, we're going to contain you till we can't, and then we're going to keep it moving, but you can't hold a grudge. Look, it's sad because legit, me and my twin had a conversation about if we became zombies. I already told him, like, look, you out of here, okay? I will hold up. He's like, you better not kill me this time. Like, you're not my brother anymore. Like, you're dead. But I was like, you could kill me if I turn to a zombie.
There is no coming back from that. No, for as much as I love all of my tiny humans, I don't care who I see shot right between the eyes.
Y'all are out of here.
Gone. That's a wrap. No questions asked.
Okay, I like the shooting in space. I really like, how does that work with shooting in space with no gravity and the gun? Because, like, they bullets hit them and then they just be floating. I'm like, wait a minute, how's this working? I don't know why that tripped me out, but I like that shooting scene with, I don't know, with a burnt face. I don't know his name. I never gave him a nickname, so I just say homeboy. Where he was, like, singing.
Yeah, Ashford.
Yeah, I like how he went out.
I was sad to see him go.
Yeah, I like how he went out. And I like the fact that he knew that Naomi baby daddy was dangerous. He was like, kill this man now, because if you let him live, he gonna sweet talk all of y'all. And he sweet talked me because I was like, look, once again, do he really gotta die? Like, can we just like put him in a corner somewhere and chill? Like, we ain't gotta kill everybody. He let far less people survive. So we could let one more go, but I like the fact that he saw it. He was like, you let him sweet talk you. He's going to be dangerous. Y'all don't see it. I love the fact that he saw that, this man is extremely dangerous, and he went after him. But unfortunately, that's what I think I like it about, is that people recognize this man is extremely dangerous. They went after him and y'all still couldn't get him. Y'all legit had him and still couldn't get him. Even Earth tried to go after him, still couldn't get him. I loved it. So yeah,
What
I
are
ain't
the
going to
odds that you
space if
think?
I don't
What are
trust
the odds that you think that Gunny is going to be his downfall?
That would be very interesting because I always don't like telling people my headcanon, but I can't help but think of things in Slash and Fem Slash when I see new shows, and I know there's really no precedent for it. It feels right. I ship Gunny and Naomi. So if Gunny is the one that comes through and for whatever reason has to go up against baby daddy and she gets the son to safety, well, I'm all for that. I don't know how it would work out or how they would even connect. I think it would take a bit to actually have their spheres even cross because of where Gunny is right now. But I see it happening. I can see it happening. I do know that little boy isn't going to be little boy for long though. He's going to start seeing the fuck shit that his dad is, I'm sure.
For sure. Well, the reason why I say that is, remember, the stuff that they were selling off of Mars
is going to them. That's right.
That's right. Boy was the one that was actually getting it. So that might be the connection, because she already reached out to Christian, and I'm sure they're eventually going to find out who it is that's been purchasing it, and they're going to come up with a plan to go. I know Gunny. She's going to be like, okay, I'm going to go after him.
Yeah, Gunny knows how to follow the money, and if that's where the deal was coming from, she's gonna find him eventually. He's gonna end up on her radar. You're right, totally right. But again, yeah, I totally ship Naomi and Gunny. That's like my OTP. So I'm feeling Gunny coming through and shooting him in the face if that needs to happen. And he's an arrogant fuck. So yeah, when he does get brought down, whoever does it, they're gonna have to bring him down hard. Plain and simple.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I have a feeling that their paths are gonna cross at some point, because again, she was like, if you connect the dots, right? When you start to connect the dots, and the way that it ended, that's why I'm thinking, what are the odds that she may end up being his downfall? Because knowing who Gunny is and her and Christian working together, they are. And say what you want about Christian, she's good at also connecting the dots herself.
Yes, she is.
So they may be able to work out who it is that Mars has been selling to.
That's why I say I don't think Christian is done by any type of means. She might have lost this vote for a hot second, but when the pressure really comes down, I don't think that little girl is gonna be able to handle it. She's smart, but she ain't from the streets.
Yeah.
Like Christian. She doesn't know how to think on that war level, and Christian does. That's what's going to get her back in.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that because remember Christian was giving her that voice memo, and she's like, I think you're wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. Like, I think I'm right, but I hope you're wrong. Something like that. I don't know. But I agree with you. That she thinks she knows how to do things dirty, but still get it done. The most important thing, even she's not afraid to be the bad guy. Where I think the new chick, she's all about public image. Because when the Christian was like, this is dangerous. She's like, you so worried about this. We'll come to it when we get to it. Right now, we need to think about, how we're going to figure out how to learn this new shit. And it's like, that's easy to say, yeah, let's learn this new shit. And that's all you seem to be focusing. It's like, oh, this is a new thing. But what's the point of giving people false hope, saying, oh, this will be amazing if it's not stable and you are dying. You're on the losing end. It's not like Earth is coming out on top so far with this whole new terror shit. You lost your leadership is being in question. Your fucking leadership was in bed with Mars. And then it's like, everyone hates y'all. Like, Mars can't stand y'all. Belts can't. So they teaming up now to go at y'all. And baby girl is only thinking about, well, once we get there, the possibility, yeah, that's true. But what's the purpose of even putting that all out there if you don't have it under control? You're just giving these people false hope, which means that they're going to turn against you. And I feel like she's going to be in a position she's going to have to trust Christian. She's going to need her. And you did all this stuff, and I think Christian's going to be back in that position of power. It's like, here I am. Y'all wanted to kick me out, but here I am, and y'all need me. And you do, because she's the one that has the connection. Holden trusts her. I don't see him trusting that new girl. She's got the chick from Bobby from Mars. They Christian, they don't trust, and that's because they had the experience with her. They know her personality. They know what she's willing to do. They don't know about her. And then, of course, you have the politics as far as like, oh, it's always an agenda. We're holding them. They just trying to do what's right for everyone, which is why I like that little crew, the Rock Hoppers. I'm going to just call them that. Because it's like they're not really thinking of just one person. And if when you think about it, everyone, you got people from Earth, the Belters, and Mars. And that's why I think I like them, because they even though that sometimes they one agenda to the next, the main thing is to make sure everything is balanced. That's the main thing for them. Like even Naomi, even though she's for the Belters, it was still a smart move to give the Belters some type of control of power. Otherwise, the Belters would have been SOL again in this situation. It's all about balance when it comes, especially in this season. If the Belters didn't have that technology or the weapons, they wouldn't have had no terms of negotiation. And then we see how they was doing when they was on the New Terror, because even though they was shot at, don't get me wrong, but they don't have the resources. So they still need allies no matter what. You don't have the resources. And if Earth wasn't there, you know, a lot of the Belters would not have survived that whole shit. Holden did touch shit and started causing shit to move around and stuff. So you could easily blame that dude for why this shit started. I don't know. All I'm saying is, I'm going to just say this one more time. Don't go to space if you don't trust nobody. Otherwise, most likely, you are going to die.
And also, don't touch shit that you don't know what it is. At least wear some damn gloves if you have to touch it. What the hell?
What? You know what? That is right. What? Okay, thank you. Why is it that we're like, how is into the future that we don't think, oh, let's use fucking gloves to touch a substance we don't even fucking know what it is? That's beyond common sense. That just seems like basic human nature, decency. I don't know. You would think we got smarter in the future, but we got dumber. Like, why wouldn't you? No one uses gloves. I don't get it. In fact, you know what pissed me off? Amos. He had a "why you touching shit" moment. Remember the little boy? He did. No one's perfect in this. Remember when the little boy had that green shit and he wanted to be sentimental and hold his hand and say, "I got you"? Could have still had that without, but no, I needed skin on skin contact. No! I wanted to pop his ass so fucking bad. Like, I get it. You want this little boy to feel safe. There's no point in you taking your fucking glove off. And that's why you... look at me.
T be going off when it comes to not touching shit. I mean, I get it, though. Like I just said in the chat, centuries. We are centuries in the future, y'all. And humans still walking around. Oh, what's this? Touch, touch, touch. Why? Stop the madness. Stop it.
Okay, I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. So, you know, this is probably going to take another half an hour for us to wrap up. So,
y'all know we don't know how to finish shit on time, just like we don't start on time.
Never. Yeah, so I already know what T's favorite scene is. So, everybody say it one time. Look at me. Look at me. What am I looking at?
He cuffed that man in the back of that man's head. Like, I played that scene maybe 4 times. He cuffed the back of his head and he like pushed it twice and he was like, look at me. Looking for eye contact. Like, and I would have been cool with it, but like a few seconds before, he legit had to help him to a seat because he couldn't find the seat himself. So why the fuck would you tell him to look at him? I was like, is he being funny? Like, are we just... No? Okay. It's just me. True. That was my favorite scene, and of course, you know, Naomi's baby daddy. I was like, I get it. I get why you blew up some shit. I get it. Like, you know what? Probably would have blew up a ship or two.
Listen, and he had a little bit of swag. He had a little bit of swag about him, so he reminded me of I don't know why I thought about Dario Naharis.
You mean what Dario was supposed to look like? Later,
what
JD.
about you, AK? What was your favorite scene?
I walked away. I'm sorry. What was it?
What was your favorite scene?
I can't say it was even one full scene. It was a whole sequence, and if it makes sense, it was equally my most anxiety-causing sequence and my favorite because it just showed how skillful my girl was. Is that whole segment at where Bobby was trying to warn the cop that there was something dirty about this deal that they were about to go into, and you know when it came down to it, she was absolutely right. And even though she said she wasn't going to do it, she still went there to look out for the dude because I mean he's got kids and a family to take care of, and she got to know him. She genuinely liked the guy, so she wanted to help him out. And she got there just in the nick of time, but still homeboy wasn't fast enough to move, and he got dead. And the one person she was able to save was the chick that her nephew was messing with. And she told her straight, yo, get the fuck out of Dodge. If you can get off this planet, then do what you got to do. It's like, all right, well, we can go here. I said, no. You go. You got your cousins. You go. I got some shit to handle. And the girl was like, you going after him, ain't you? And I was like, I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's Bobby. That's why she's my favorite character. I wish she would learn how to bend a little bit at different times. But I think after this incident, that's not going to be a problem for her anymore. I think she is very good at correcting mistakes when she sees them. So I think moving forward, she's going to be making all the moves that she needs to make, and it's just going to be amazing. There was a point in time when I was like, oh my God, no, don't kill Gunny. Do not let Gunny die in this situation. If you motherfuckers wrote this scene for my girl to die right here. I was literally yelling in my living room. I'm surprised my neighbors weren't knocking on the walls because I was screaming that loud, like, no, not my Gunny. But she survived, and it is what I'm saying. It doesn't end up great for Gunny, and I'm very scared of what's gonna happen with her next season. Hopefully, that's one of the storylines that they change. As we know, there's always changes between book and show. But that whole sequence there was my favorite sequence. Also, my most anxiety-inducing sequence as well.
Yeah, she's gonna have a lot of close call, but that's just Gunny. She's
a warrior. Yeah.
So she's gonna have a lot of close calls, but that's the part that's that's part of it. You know what I mean? That's just part of it, and that's what makes her character and her storyline so interesting. And you just want to you follow it. You know what I mean? Because you're rooting for her to succeed and to win. So, yeah,
facts.
Yeah, my favorite scene is the ending scene with Amos and y'all character Carl Tanner. Like when he punches him and he turns around and goes, "Thank you."
It's like finally, damn it! I've been waiting.
Like before that, right? When when they grow his fingers out, he's like, "Yeah," and Alex is like, "Yeah, how are they?" He goes, "I'm about to go find out." I said, "Oh, he's getting ready to go." I said, "I know where he's going."
That's exactly how you knew where the fuck Amos was about to go.
Oh my God. I knew that's where he was going. That was like my favorite scene ever. Oh my God. Well, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to let the ladies tell you what you can or cannot expect from them, or where you might find them next, or if they have any other announcements that they want to make to let you know if they have anything going on. AK, we'll start with you.
I don't have a lot of extra going on next month. I've got maybe two things for sure coming up. One with Nessie from the Here Be Dragons crew, and one with Matt over on Joe Magician. I think we're gonna be doing something in the middle of the month. So just look out for that. Outside of that, separately, like I've been saying, I don't have a whole lot scheduled for myself. You'll see me everywhere else before you see me on my own channel most times. So just stay tuned. Y'all know who I be with, so just follow all them.
Yes, we did. Phil, his name was Ashford. Old Papa.
Oh yeah. And yeah, shout out to that guy because his character was awesome. And shout out to homegirl that quit the game after all the
Drummer.
Fuck chick drummer. Yeah, I hope that drummer comes back in some capacity because she's a kick-ass character.
She's gonna come back to avenge Ashford. I know that for sure.
Yeah. They've had too many adventures together, I think, and yeah, that's absolutely correct. So I'm waiting to see that. And with how everything is going, that means that drummer at some point in time is going to be put even closer into the sphere with Bobby, and that's a duo that I'm very much looking forward to seeing.
What about you two, baby?
She's being shady because don't expect shit from me, y'all. I knew that was right for me. Look, I don't know.
You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say.
I know. Look, when I don't know.
You see, this is what it feels like
shit for me.
Nice little about Dragon's Bottom.
Yeah, that should be a nice little present since my birthday coming up. I would love to get a Dragon Bottom story.
Just disregard all that and jump right into this nonsense.
Look, when it's your birthday, you got to go for it. You get your wishes or you beat it. Anyway, I do want to do the reading. If it's next week, it might be iffy for me because, I might end up having to go somewhere for my birthday. So I don't know for next week, but we'll figure it out because y'all know I want to talk about my Expanse shit. Eventually, I don't know when, but eventually we will have that stream where we talk about all the mangas that I read. Probably have a notice so you could know some of the titles before the stream. That way you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you'll just hear me going off about random shit. Unless you just hearing me pop off, then, by all means, join. And then I kind of want to do one with a bunch of anime that I've been watching. I was telling Beauty Queen to watch Tower of God. And get up and watch it. AK, you have to watch it as well. It's called Tower of God. I don't know if y'all know about it. Please watch it. It is someone on that show that I hate more than Jamie, more than Kat. I'm telling you, when the series ended, I screamed, I hate this character. I was like, I never hated someone as much as I hated this character. And I really want y'all to watch it. The best way to watch it is just to go in blind. Just go in and watch it. It's called Tower of God. Don't read up on it to see the synopsis and what it's about and what it's compared to. Do not ruin your experience. Some stuff, a good show, you just got to jump in it. I think with The Expanse, I just jumped in it. Y'all was hyping it up saying, it's like Game of Thrones in space and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, that's enough to get my attention. So y'all should definitely check out Tower of God. That would jump me to make me want to do a stream just to talk about that shit. Because it was written really well, in my opinion. And it had nice layers. And it made me hate someone. Legit wish this person was real so I could fuck them up. That's how much I couldn't stand it. Oh, it was so good. Anyway, eventually we will have that stream. Eventually, I'll get my Dragon Bottom story and then the puppet show can happen. I mean, I'm weird enough to do it. And with AK's imagination, I'm pretty sure it's going to be weird, me acting these things out. But you know what? Fuck it. We're families.
Hold on. When did the puppet show? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't even filter myself.
She said she would do a puppet show of Dragon Bottom. I think she said she would do a puppet show of Dragon Bottom.
No. Not for the type of story that she wants with the Dragon Bottom. No. You can't show that shit on YouTube. We would have to do a whole animated set for Pornhub. What the fuck are you talking about? No. None of my erotica is ever going to be YouTube safe. I'm just saying. Also, though, Santavia had a question for you, T. Are you going to do a review of your pimp book?
Yeah, we can do a review of the pink book if y'all want to. Like, I find like random audiobooks on YouTube that I listen to, and it just so happened that I came across Pimp by Iceberg Slim. And I shared.
And Aaron Water over here talking about we'll use Funko Pops. You are not supposed to be co-signing to that shit, baby.
Yeah, girl.
This was playing like 2 years ago. I feel like this was playing
2 years ago, and I'm just
2 years ago. But yeah, when I've been running, so like on my cooldown, I'll listen to part of the story. Listen, y'all have to listen to the audiobook. It's set in the 40s, I believe. And the way that he's about how he's a pimp and, you know, you gotta have your bottom bitch and, you know, how he like go about it. It's so fucking interesting. But legit, I know people be watching me when I'm running because I'd be like, oh, so you gotta do that. Like, that's how you get the bitches. It's so fucking interesting. Even if you don't want to
listen, just go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Pimp by Iceberg Slim, and you should see an audiobook. It's 11 hours, so pretty much they put the whole book. And you'll see a picture of him like back in the I think that was taken back like in the 1940s or 50s. And you'll see it's a black and white picture, and it's his book. I highly recommend that you listen to it. It's really, really good. It is 11 hours, so you may have to listen to it over a period of time. I mean, you could decide, and then we could do a stream about it. It's really, really good, and I would love to have a discussion about it. So we can put that in the future.
Figure out how to be a pimp out here.
I need everybody to vote which book we're gonna do next week. Oh, AKU wasn't here when I first started. I said that I wasn't going to do the Harry Potter thing next month because of this whole J.K. Rowling thing. And I wasn't sure if there were a lot of people who were also not really interested or didn't want to support or anything like that because of everything was going on with her. So I suggested that maybe we should start doing the novellas for the Expanse. And it's basically going through each of the Rocinante crew. So they have a novella for each of the members. And I wanted everybody to kind of vote which one they wanted to do. They do have the books. They do have the books on iBooks. If you have an iPhone, I'm sure they probably have it on the Android equivalent. On iBooks, they're only $1.99. I don't know how much they would be if you were to go to, I don't know what you have on Android as far as books, but I guess you could go to Google Play or something like that and see if you find them. Or you can go to Kindle and see if you can download it on Kindle. They might be the same price, like $1.99. So there's Amos, Alex, Naomi, and James. So just let me know which one you guys want to do, and then we can read it. We'll read it for the week, and then we'll discuss it next Saturday. So,
where are we voting?
So I might not be able to do it next Saturday. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
I might be a little iffy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
will you be able to do it the following Saturday?
That's what I'm saying. Because my birthday is on the 9th. I know that I think next week they might want to do something for my birthday, and then I'm not sure about the following, and I jump in maybe on the next one. So I don't want to delay it like that.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm sorry, like I said, you guys can do it, and I just jump on the next one. Okay, y'all see how she's going. Look, y'all, she gonna beat me when the show
Y'all
over.
think they're all innocent and stuff.
She gonna beat me, y'all. See?
Okay. You know what? We just gonna do it. I'll just pick some other TV shows to talk about for the next month, because I have a lot of TV shows that I've been watching. So y'all just hear my thoughts about it. I'll let y'all know. Y'all will see the thumbnail of the next TV show that I'm going to talk about next Saturday. And then we'll start these books in August. How's that?
A letter for the king. A letter for the king.
Okay.
I like how she was throwing in her show.
I know how she's trying to ignore me. I have some other shows. I have some other shows that I've already watched that I want to talk about, so I don't want to have to binge something new and
just let me know which ones, and if I've watched it, I will jump on with you.
Okay. I'll let you know which ones. And then again, the 4 books will be the Expanse Origins, Amos, Alex, James, and Naomi, just so that you can get them ahead of time. If y'all want to go and get them ahead of time and read them again, if you have iBooks, they're $1.99 on iBooks. I don't know how much they are on Kindle, and I don't know what the Droid equivalent is. So in case you guys want to get those, and then we can also do the Witcher novellas. Like we can do The Last Wish, and then we can also do A Storm of Swords. Not Storm of Swords. A Sword of Destiny. Good grief.
I was about to say, how does that connect to The Witcher?
Listen, I'm like mixing everything up. Okay, yeah, we can do Last Wish and A Sword of Destiny, and that wouldn't really be spoiler because that's basically what the show was based on. And they did put a little bit of the first book in there, but not so much to really make a difference. But the other 2 stories, The Last Wish and A Sword of Destiny, if you want to go ahead and get those and read those, I know those are definitely in iBooks and on Kindle. So if you want to get those, I don't know how much they are, to be quite honest with you. If you have audiobooks, you can and you have credits, you can download the audio because the short stories on The Expanse is not on audio, but The Last Wish and Sword of Destiny is. So I hope I didn't throw too much out at everybody, but yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah, I guess we'll be doing Lannister Tyrion next Thursday. I believe around 7. So just stay tuned for that.
I'm looking forward to that one.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and then I'll be on Saturday. It'll be earlier though. It'll probably be like around like 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock on Saturday to discuss whatever my next. You know what? Maybe we should do Altered Carbon season 2 since we did season 1. Let's do Altered Carbon season 2. How's that, AK?
I can do that.
Okay, we'll do Altered Carbon season 2 next Saturday because that was good to me. So
yeah, I think I liked it a little bit more than I liked season 1. That was good.
And everybody wish
I just couldn't
T-Baby an early name day.
Yes, happy early name day, T.
Everybody wish her
thank you.
Thank you. Early name day.
Yeah, it was a happy little accident. Mm-hmm. I was like, and I thought it was a double happy accident because it's like, you pregnant. It's like, but it's another one.
Only Taryn would sum up her birth.
Hey, I know my birth. My mom told me I was a happy little accident. Look, it was only one of us that was planned out. He's like the worst one out of all of us, which is hilarious. That's called karma. But no, my mom, look, I know how I was conceived and everything. It was a Halloween party on the steps. Luther Vandross. Why do I know this? Why do I know this? Because my mom needs to let me know. I should know how they were conceived. That's all I'm going to say. That will fuck your psyche up.
And now we know why Taryn is the way she is.
Well, I'm happy you're here, T.
Yeah.
You're like
yeah. So thank you. Huh?
You're like my spirit animal. I'm happy you're here.
Hey, that's all I want to be in life is somebody's spirit animal.
All right, everybody.
No, but thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna say bye to everybody.
Okay. Bye, y'all. This was a blast. Look, and again, don't go to space unless you don't trust people. No, you should trust people. Trust the people you go to space with. Otherwise, most likely you're gonna die.
Especially if you touch shit. And Jamie's still a dumbass.